Blog Talk Radio.
what's going on? You have tuned in to another episode of On the Move Unscripted with me and my co-host, B Love, a.k.a. Brian Love, a.k.a. Is there any other AKAs I should have in there, Brian?
That's it. B Love's in the house. What's up, y'all? Can you hear me good?
I can hear you good. You know, I'm doing a live, too. I'm on my Facebook Live. You have more than one phone, or you just have one phone?
One phone, you mean? What did you say?
One phone. So I was going to say you could go on live. Wow. I'm on live. So we could be like two lives going live at the same time, huh?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I only got one phone.
And we can only do what you got.
What's up, though? What's going on?
What's going on? Oh, my.
What's up, Pete?
It's a lot. Well, how your week been?
Oh, it was cool. You know what I mean? I didn't do much. Just had a cookout with my grandfather's, but during the week I walked every day at the Black Lake Park. Man.
Oh.
That's the exercise, boy. That walking.
Okay. So did you do any fireworks?
No, I didn't let no fireworks off, but I seen some in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood, they was letting fireworks off. Yeah.
Did they run out? I
heard like you can buy fireworks, but it's illegal to set them off. I don't get the concept.
I don't either. Like, if you buy them, you buy stuff to use. So all them people that we heard for the whole month of June and most of and all the beginning, all those people are criminals. Is that what you're saying? Because I was hearing them all night long, like all day long, like I couldn't take it.
All night long, and not one policeman come through the neighborhood. I was like, damn, okay.
Oh my God. And they have those ones that sound like bombs. They have some that sound like real, like you in Beirut or something.
Right. I mean, it was some nice ones though. I seen those in the neighborhood, like almost like the downtown show. I said, we ain't gotta go downtown. Just let motherfuckers do shit in the neighborhood. It was nice. And some of them were.
Well,
some of you had them loud boom booms, but yeah, some of you had those. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I had a good. Oh, you didn't ask me how my week was. I'm sorry. Let me not step out of turn. Go ahead and finish so you can ask me how my week was. Go ahead. I don't want to upset.
Okay. How was your week, PJ?
My week was good. Like
I got the script. Here we go. My line. How was your weekend, PJ?
My weekend was good. So my brother's daughter graduated, so we went to her little thing. And then my sister, had a little something at her house just because we hadn't been around each other. We weren't celebrating the 4th of July, per se. We were just spending time together, enjoying life because we're tired of being locked up in the house. But I can't say I was celebrating the 4th of July because I was not. I wasn't celebrating the 4th of July. I just wanted to be, I didn't want to be in the house. I didn't.
So why do you say? Why I have to ask you. So why do you say you wasn't celebrating 4th of July? You don't want to celebrate 4th of July no more?
I'm not saying I don't want to celebrate it. I just feel like this year in particular, like if you understand what the 4th of July, why they're celebrating the 4th of July, and I think that's awesome for the country. But that's why I'm asking.
But what explain about why? Explain the 4th of July.
What is the 4th of July?
I'm saying. Explain 4th of July, and this is the reason why you're not celebrating. That's what I'm asking.
I'm not going to say I'm not celebrating the 4th of July. I'm just saying that I wasn't particularly celebrating the 4th of July. I'm not. I don't. I just feel like there's so much going on right now. I don't know. Because I don't want Facebook to shut me down. You know, you start to talk so much.
I'm saying you made a valid statement like saying I'm not going to celebrate the 4th of July, and I was just asking, explaining to the folks what's the definition of the 4th of July and why you saying you will celebrate that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was trying to get the feel of it.
Well, I guess just because I feel like, you know, we're going through a lot right now as African Americans, and for us, it was 1776. We were still slaves, so we weren't free. You know, so and right now we're really fighting for our rights and for freedom and equality. So I just didn't feel like this was a year that I wanted to say I'm celebrating the 4th of July. I'm not celebrating per se the 4th of July. I'm just celebrating being around family and stuff, and just being able to spend time with my family and doing stuff with my family, and you know, graduation type of stuff. That's what I want.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
because that 4th of July really wasn't our holiday. Really, it wasn't. You know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of understand. I definitely understand that one. You know. But then our fireworks for what?
Right.
Yeah.
I think like Juneteenth maybe.
The who?
Juneteenth.
Okay, yeah, that's a firework day. For sure.
Yeah.
That's a firework
So
day.
did you?
So what else you do? What else you do?
Okay.
You said about your weekend. I'll just ask you about the. You said about your weekend. I was just asking you about the 4th of July.
Basically, I went to Blacklick. Actually, I was at Blacklick celebrating my niece's graduate. Huh?
Yeah, that's where I walk at. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. I was at Blacklick Woods with my family, and then I went to my cousins, and we basically just enjoyed ourselves and watched the neighbors compete to see who had the most fireworks and who could blast off the biggest kabooma. Like, I think they was in competition. I really do. Because it was like the way that their background is their backyard is placed. It's like there's a neighbor over here, there's a neighbor over here, there's a neighbor over here. And everybody, it was like they was going in turns. So one would go out, boom, boom, boom. We're like, woo! Because it seemed like it was close. And then you next look over and another one, boom, boom, boom. It was like they were in competition. Then the people behind us, and I was just like, oh, man, this is better than having to go downtown.
Right.
Yeah. And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, you know, on the 4th of July. But when you got to hear it at, you know, on June the 7th, you know what I'm saying, at 11 and 1 and 3, and then on June 8th, you know what I'm saying, and June 9th, and it's all around the clock. You don't know whether you need to duck behind your car or look up at the sky. Like, it's just too much, man. It was too much. I'm so glad the 4th was over. I couldn't pay it.
So you tired of the fireworks?
Oh my God!
You tired of it?
You know,
you want people to blow whistles instead, huh?
Blow a whistle. When I was in Chicago, it used to scare me so bad because I never knew if that was a gunshot or a firework.
Did you duck?
I felt like I was a little bit rude. Huh?
Damn. Okay. That's crazy. Yeah, that's all I heard. Yeah, was boom, boom, boom that day. I don't hear it today or the other day, so I don't know.
So, did you see that article? Did you get a chance to read the articles I sent you? Not the articles, but the website. The one about the black militia in Georgia that was marching to Stone Mountain on the 4th of July. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, look, it was tearing down. I was trying to understand they were tearing down a statue.
No, I think. Huh?
I'm trying to understand the story. You saying they marched to tear down the statue of someone? That was the story, wasn't it?
No.
That's what I got.
So
that's what I got.
I'm thinking what it was is they were, I guess there had been, on the media they were talking about they were going to start, and I don't know how true this, I don't know. This is just what I'm hearing, what I heard the guy say. That there was rumors or something going around in the media they were going to start shooting African Americans or something. There was some kind of threat they felt like they received from the KKK. Something happened. And so they ended up, I guess, getting their guns and marching up to Stone Mountain or something. It was something to that effect. But it's just scary. This is not the way.
They forgetting though. They forgetting like, okay, niggas got guns too. You know what I'm saying? You going to shoot. People is crazy. How they think that shit.
I just think it's scary for our kids. This is not how we grew up. This is not the country that we grew up in. This is
exactly the country we grew up in. This is exactly the country we grew up in. It's always been a racist type country. America always been a racist type country. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just getting out of hand where a motherfucking white woman in a parking lot at Chipotle want to pull out a gun on a black mother and her daughter. You know what I mean? They got the freedom to think like that. We don't got the freedom to think like that. We don't have the freedom like, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers walk up on us and we just pull a gun out on them like I'm fearing for my life. No, they got the freedom to do that shit. That's what these laws got to change for. But she should have the freedom to do that. But this country, we always grew up on this type of bullshit. Always.
I guess when we were younger, when I was younger, by that time Martin Luther King had already been assassinated, and Malcolm X had already been assassinated, all that kind of stuff, and it had quieted down. By the time I was born in '69. So, and I think Martin Luther King was assassinated, 68 maybe, or something like that. So the year, a year or a month,
68, yeah, you're right, 68.
Okay. So the year that I was born, it had started, I guess they had already rioted. Things were starting to calm down and go back under the surface. People were getting used to being, having sex, being integrated. Busing had started somewhere in my youth or whatever. So I guess it was under the rug. Like, we were able to enjoy our life. We knew that it was there, but it's like it wasn't in your face. But then when Obama went up for office, it's like it just blew up out of nowhere. This is just not what I feel for my children. My babies didn't get to have a graduation. I just feel for the kids. I don't understand like what is going on in our world.
You're going all over the place. It always been here. It always been here. Always been, you know what I'm saying, maybe in denial or something, but it has always been. I've always been here. You know what I mean?
I know.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Hold on. Don't get me wrong. The '80s, I kicked it in the '80s. Hell yeah, '80s. I love the '80s. That was the party years type of shit. But I'm saying racism has always been here. It's always been bluntful in your face sometimes. Then sometimes they lighten it up. But they lighten it up with the racism. Behind your back type shit, smile in your face type shit. It's always been here. These situations we're going through today, that shit was going on in the 70s and the 80s. I was just watching a documentary the other day, Defending America documentary, and that shit was going on in '68. Martin Luther King died in '68. That shit was crazy going on.
The '60s was a mess. The '60s was a mess.
Right.
It was really, 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 really bad. That was when John F. Kennedy, Robert, his brother.
What'd you say?
I said the '60s was a mess. A lot was going on, like a lot of deaths, like a lot of assassinations. Like, it was just crazy. A lot of riots. A lot of stuff was going on in the decade that we were born in. Like, in the '60s was a mess, and it just looks like we have literally like went backwards in time, and we're like right back into that exact same era. I don't know how we got there. I don't know whose time capsule we accidentally slipped into, but it's like we went right back to the 60s.
reason why we write back is because they never changed the laws for us to protect us. They never changed them damn laws. You know what I mean? So now it's not now they know the laws is on their side, and they take advantage of that shit today. You know what I mean?
Well, the fact that there are a lot of people who around the country who are just feeling our pain right now. I think it's sad because we used to be the leaders, and now we're just like this isn't. It just isn't. I don't know. It just isn't the world that I grew up in. I mean, it is, but it isn't from my eyes as a child. You know. Am I making sense?
You know that commercial? You watch commercials?
Huh?
Do you watch commercials on TV?
Yeah, I watch commercials.
Yeah, they got a commercial out there on TV. Sometimes they say, the family that lives on Denal Street.
You telling me I live on Denal Street?
Yes.
I live on Denal Street. What's
on
going on, Theodore Moore? Theodore Moore. I'm sorry, I'm on my Facebook Live, so I have a couple of my Facebook friends that are actually watching. And then we also have some people from the Atlanta music industry because I think I'm doing them both at the same time. I don't know if I am, but I think I am. If somebody is watching from the Atlanta music industry group, can you say hi or say something saucy? So hopefully they'll call in. If you want to call in and be a part of the show, the number is 516 387 1247. 516-387-1247. Hold on for a second, because I have to yell at my kids real quick. You know how you have to yell at people because they act like they don't know that you're online? Hold on for a second, because I don't want y'all to hear me yell. Okay, I had to do that real quick. I'm sorry, you didn't hear that, did you?
No, I didn't hear that. But, yeah, it's always been here, though. It's always been here. And, you know, once they change the laws of you know, that shit will change, you know. And, like, what I'm afraid, you know what I'm saying, everybody's getting together to make sure that they do try to change them laws. And that's a good thing. That's a positive thing, you know.
Yeah.
But we always been trying for them to change that shit since the 60s.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
On a lighter note,
Here goes a lighter note. I would never. You know what I don't like? I don't like roaches being my roommate because they're the type of roommates that eat your food without telling you.
You don't like roaches being your roommate. Who do? Who wants? You know, it's not like you're like, I'm looking for a roommate. Hey, Roach, come on over here. You know, I need some company.
I'm
like,
saying,
who likes roach?
I'm saying they're the type to eat your food without telling you.
No.
and they always answer the door first.
Oh gosh. I hope you ain't got to. You're not having to deal with any little friends like that, are you?
Come on, you said lighter no conversation. Come on, PG. So, come on, come on, PG. You said a lighter note, and I'm just joking about roaches. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
you know,
yeah. I'm glad you ain't had no real friends over your house.
Yeah, come on.
You know what? I want to do a live from.
You don't have roaches. You don't have roaches, do you, Brian? I know a exterminator number right now.
Come on.
I want to come to your thing on Tuesday.
Here go another lighter note. On another lighter note, don't you agree that the flies have got to have the lowest IQ in the insect world? Because every time you try to roll your window down to get them out, don't you think flies have the lowest IQ in the insect world? Because every time you roll your window down, you try to tag them out. They don't never go out that window, do that. They stay in your car. Am I right?
Wait a minute, I missed that whole punchline, like that whole thing. Like, say the joke again.
I said flies. I said flies got to have the lowest IQ in the insect world, because every time you roll your window down to get them out the car, they don't never go through that window. They stay in your car and keep flagging them down.
Yeah. Right.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Right, Brian.
I'm just saying.
So I got a question for you. One of the ladies in my, I think I sent you a picture of it. One of the ladies, let me see what her she put up a post, and the post, one of the ladies in one of my Facebook friends put up a post, and the post was of a husband and it was a newlywed couple. It was a husband and a wife, right? But in the picture, the wife was on her knees. It looked like she was pulling down her husband's pants while now they're all still dressed in their wedding gear, and the husband is like, drinking a bottle of Hennessy or something. And there was a big discussion it was a big discussion because everybody didn't feel like that was appropriate. So what was your thoughts? I'm going to give you my thoughts, but I want to hear your thoughts first. A husband and wife, do you think that picture was degrading for a husband to, now he didn't marry her, they even got married, they obviously did their wedding thing, but do you think it was degrading to show his wife on her knees getting prepared to do, whatever, and he was standing, drinking? Do you think that was degrading to show that picture like that with his wife on his knees? On her knees, I'm sorry.
You ready for my answer? Are you ready for my answer?
I don't know. Look, PG-13, y'all. Go ahead, B-Love. PG-13. Just remember that. Go ahead. I'm curious. I'm ready. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm actually going to go right on over here to Facebook and put what you say, too.
That picture looks like a perfect honeymoon. A fantastic evening. They got married and they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a fantastic honeymoon. That's what I thought.
So you don't see anything wrong with that picture at all?
Nah, not at all. He's with his wife and they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's some real life shit like that he put out there, that's kind of bad. I'll put out. It's only for her and his eyes only. But but as far as the picture, him taking a picture like that, nah, ain't no wrong with that shit. That looked like a good evening. I never had a picnic like that. Every time I had a picnic like that, the people are like, nah, not out here. People will see.
So I shared the post in the Atlanta Music Industry Group because I wanted to find out what everyone thought. And also I was reading the young lady's post who I got it from. So the young lady's post who I got it from, everybody on her post was just like, no way. Like, why would you want to show your wife and like that, like she's a hoe? Why would you want to show her in that light? Like, that's your queen, that's your princess. You're supposed to, extract. You done made her your wife. So why would you want to have something like that floating around on social media?
Can I stop you right there?
That was.
Can I stop you right there?
Wait a minute. No, I might not tell you both sides.
Can I stop you right there?
Can
I stop you right there?
I
what you
didn't
said.
finish the thing yet. Go ahead, B-Love.
I'm saying what you. I'm going to question what you just said. What you saying? Can I stop you right there? I know. You can stop you right there. On what you just said.
Okay.
You said the lady said why he looking like she looking like a hoe. How she looking? My question is how she looking like a hoe? A hoe was like he had motherfucking a line of niggas behind him. You know what I mean? That's a hoe. You know what the definition? I'm gonna tell you. You know the difference between a bitch and a hoe? You see,
No, what's
a
the
bitch,
difference?
a hoe is someone that fucks everybody. A bitch fucks
A hoe
everybody
is
but
somebody
you.
who screws everybody. Huh?
And a bitch,
Say it again.
and a bitch fucks everybody but you.
Well, okay. A bitch is screws everybody but you, but a hoe screws you and everybody. That's what you saying?
Everybody. You know, it went over your head.
It went over my head.
Anyway,
It went over my head.
Anyway, I'm saying a hoe is someone that speaks with everybody. And that picture doesn't show her speaking with everybody. But she's not a hoe. She's with her husband. So I don't understand why the lady said, why you picturing a picture and if you look, she looks like a hoe, and she doesn't. She's with her husband.
Well, maybe hoe wasn't the exact word she used. She might not have said hoe, but basically what she was saying was the picture was degrading her. That's what she was saying. That was degrading. Like, that's what she, a couple of them, they just felt like that's not the way that a man should portray his woman, his queen, the woman that he decided that he wants in his life with, the one he put the ring on. He should always decide her. Who is deciding what a man should be? Who is deciding this? And what he should do? A man should do. Who deciding what a man is saying, what a man should do? Who's saying it? So, I mean, everybody was just giving their opinions. I'm just asking you. I mean, we discussed it. So I didn't get you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish setting up the whole thing. I didn't get to say the other side. So that was their side. Some of the women that were saying that they felt like that was degrading. Like they felt like that wasn't. And I'm asking about the women's question. I'm really questioning the women saying that. I'm like, well, who's saying that? Well, how a man should be and what he should do? I'm just saying. Just for example, this man. For example, to say this is real ass picture, and this man felt like that with his lady, and they both agreed it was all right to put it out there. Then who's to judge that? You know what I mean? So, I felt like I said, in my opinion, I can understand what she was saying, and I understand what you're saying. So what you're saying is kind of similar to what they were saying in the group. They were just like, it shouldn't matter. Like, that's his wife, and that might be the way that they throw down. That might be their thing. That might be their kinky play. That's, maybe the wife said to her, or maybe the husband was like, that was always his fantasy. And maybe the wife said, well, you know what? When we get married, you put a ring on it, and I'm going to take a picture just like that just for you, baby, just so you can have your fantasy. And I guess the lady was saying that's not the problem. The problem is the fact that it started circulating on social media, and they felt like it made the woman look degrading. But maybe they didn't see that. I agree with you. Maybe they didn't see it like that. Maybe that was their cute little, love play. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that picture seems like that's how it's for every married couple after you say I do. You said what? This after every, that should be the symbol, the picture symbol of every time after you say I do in the wedding. After I say I do, this happens. Oh my God! I don't know why. I don't even know why I would think that you would have a problem with it anyhow. And what's tripped out is that, look, she didn't have to put his pants down. He already put her pants down. And she was right there. I was like, wow, this is a deep picture. Maybe that was just his fantasy, and that was something that they wanted to do, I mean, everybody has their different ways of, whatever. Maybe that was just their thing. I don't know, but a lot of people felt like it was degrading. A lot of women, wait a minute, let me finish. A lot of women felt like it was, their point on it was, why show the wife on her knees like that? Because it looks like a very, like, I'm Tarzan and you Jane, and now that you're mine, and this is what you need to do, and bring me a beer while you're doing it. And it was very, like, dominating, like that, what do they call that? That dominating, that submissive, that stuff.
Y'all looking at these. I'm gonna say y'all because I don't know who and all that. So y'all looking at it like the picture, like the issue was, he posted it. I'm looking at it like just the picture taken, how the picture was taken. The picture, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure every woman would take a picture with a man like that if they was in a relationship like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just speaking of as far as not posting and making everybody mad. I'm talking about just taking the picture of posting. Like, there's nothing wrong with that picture. You know what I'm saying? Him and his lady decided to do that, and they did it.
I will say this, though. I do believe this way. I do believe that sometimes sometimes the issues in a marriage is not just always financial. Sometimes it's because of intimacy, and one person feels a certain way sexually than another, and that might or may not feel like they're getting their needs met, and sometimes that causes them to stray. That's why they got all these side chicks rolling around here. You know what I'm saying? At least my thing was at least he's doing it. At least he's doing it with his wife. At least he's doing it with a woman that he put a ring on it. Because there's a whole bunch of side chicks out here who they don't even need a ring. You know what I'm saying? They don't need nothing.
I'm just saying though.
At least it was his wife.
Why not? Why not go to picnic with your lady and then stand there with your pants down and guzzle a Hennessy bottle? Why not? You know what I mean?
But this is coming from the same man who don't want to. This is coming from you, beloved, the same man who doesn't want a woman to talk when he first gets in the house. You feel like when you walk in the house, she's gonna say nothing for the first 15 to 30 minutes.
What stops the talking though? What stops the talking? I don't get what you just said. What stops the talking?
I'm saying we're talking. You're saying that from the same type of man who does. You're like one of those. I'm Tarzan, you Jane type men anyway, so you wouldn't see a problem with it.
No, never. I'm never like that. I was never like that. I'm just saying. I was never like. I don't think like that. I'm just saying. On that picture.
You tell me
on that picture.
You were male chauvinist.
I'm saying on that picture. On that picture, and nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with a picnic like that? Man, stand up with his pants down, drinking Hennessy. And she right there.
I think her problem. Their thing was it's because it got circulated on social media, and it makes her look in a very, makes her look kind of, in a weird kind of way. I don't know, beloved. Because like I said, you're a male chauvinist. So I don't know. You admitted this. I'm not even just calling you a male chauvinist. You told me you're a male chauvinist, so you would not have a problem with that. In fact, you probably think that all women should do that.
Is that wrong?
You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm talking about. So anyway,
I'm like, speaking on that note.
Hey, Candace. All right, so we got I don't know. So
speaking on that note,
and then
there's still some out there that don't.
You said what? You said what?
Speaking on that note, I was saying, damn, there's some out there that still don't.
I mean, everybody is not comfortable with their sexuality. Let's just keep it real. Everybody's just not comfortable even talking about sexuality. They're not comfortable talking to their kids about it.
I don't know what you're looking at. I don't know what year you're looking at or where that at. Because every time I see the internet, majority of Americans comfortable with their sexuality. They go outside stores.
No.
Comfortable with their sexuality. Hold on. I even went to a protest, and the mother got there comfortable with the sexuality. Straight up.
No, not everybody is comfortable with their sexuality, beloved. Everybody's just not.
Maybe.
Some people are not comfortable
you must be talking about the handful. You must be talking about the handful. Because
it's more than
that's
a
all
handful.
Americans.
there was a lot of people who agreed and was like, no, she don't need to be showing stuff like that in that kind of way. She's a queen and she needs to be she needs to be seen as a queen. She needs to be seen as a queen at all times. You know what I'm saying? Anything they want to do kinky need to be behind closed doors. It don't need to be in a picture that's out in social media. That's what they were saying. Like, she needs to be seen as a queen. She might be a freak in the sheets, but in public, she needs to be seen as a queen. That's what they were saying.
Again, y'all was mad at them posting it. I was talking about just the picture in general. Y'all was mad at them posting it. She's not really. So you mad at? Okay, here's the question. You mad at them posting it? But no, I'm just saying, as a female. The bad as the posting it, but the picture's okay.
Okay, so my question
let
me ask you.
So the picture. I'm just saying.
This is another thing they said. I mean, let me finish. So this is another thing they said. How would you feel if the woman in the picture was your daughter or your sister? Would you still think it was okay? If you walked into your daughter or your sister's house and you
my God.
And you seen that on the
Oh my God!
Would you think
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! They always got when it comes to that man. Let me ask you this question, man. What if it was your mom, your daughter? Come on. Why would you put that my image in my head for that? I'm not even thinking like that. I'm just looking at the picture, how this couple is, and that's lucky man. Ain't got nothing to do with my daughter, my mom, or aunt, whoever. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't vision that. You know what I mean? I vision the picture, how the portrait is. How, you know what I mean? Was that like, okay? I see you, dude. That's a lucky man. I want a picnic like that. But my question is like that. So the post is the bad thing.
That picture, if you was to open up your browser and you was to see that picture and it was your daughter's sister in that same exact pose on their wedding day, it wouldn't bother you. You wouldn't care.
Oh my God! You didn't hear what I said. I just said, why would you put that image in my head? In my head. When I look at that picture and think, hopefully I will open up and see my daughter and do that shit. I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't think like that. I'm looking at the picture how it's the couple. Okay, it's the couple doing their thing. I don't know why would I put it with like, oh, what if that's my daughter? No, hell no, I don't think like that. That's a terrible ass image. I'm just saying, as a couple, man, grown ass man, these ain't kids, grown ass man, grown ass woman, as a couple, they doing their thing in the picture. But my whole thing is it the post that's the issue and posting it, or is it the picture is the issue? So I'm like,
I think
the post has got to be the reason. Yeah.
So I think that the picture makes some people feel a little bit uncomfortable because, like I said, everybody's not comfortable with their sexuality. But the post in general makes people frown. Some people frown because they feel like, that's something. If you want to do something like that, it's something private that should maybe be in your bedroom and not on Facebook. That's how some people feel. But then other people are very comfortable with their sexuality, and it was something that they wanted to do. That was their fantasy, and they should be able to do what the hell they want to do. I mean, people were saying different things. I just wanted to see what your thoughts was about it.
Yeah, my thought is like, I won't be down if that was me. If that was my picture, I won't be down posting. I put that shit in a big ass frame and put that shit right on my living room wall. And let my play, you know what I mean? And have a light shining down on the portrait on my living room wall.
Well,
you know what I mean?
The wife obviously didn't care. In fact, she probably was just like, listen, this is my husband. Whatever he wants, we gonna roll. We gonna do whatever he wants to do. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But let's take a break. Should we take a break, B-Love? I know I have to ask for permission from you because, you know, you're male chauvinist. So let me ask you, sir, can we take a break?
You said, yeah, we can, Miss P.
You know I like to tease you. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. On the Move Unscripted.
baby, I'ma need space. Why you worry about what I got up in my safe? Before you get me called up, you gon' make me catch a case. Please get out my business, miss. Why you interested in this? You don't benefit. No, I ain't feeling it. Don't even know the flavor of the Kool-Aid, but I'll waste in the mix. Listen, I just want my little privacy. Sip my little drink to smoke my weed privately. All the little things that help me with my anxiety. Kinda hard to do when you're such a hot commodity. But I gotta get this about me. Only want positive vibes in my environment. If you ain't with it, get around for me, obviously. Time is money and I'm feeling like you're robbing me.
Give me my privacy, I want my privacy. I need my privacy, give me my privacy. I need my privacy, I want my privacy. I need my privacy, give me my privacy.
Privacy, government give me my privacy. And tell big brother stop lying to me. Stop conniving me to release my ID and my SS. But there's no compromise with me. It's a surprise to me that we were blind to see that we should all team up and fight the powers that be. I guess the strength from Martin Luther King still ain't enough. The result was Obama and Trump sharing a blunt. What the is going on when the cell phone can tell you how to get home as soon as you buy it and cut it on? Our whole life is filled with unknowns, fakes and clones that scheme on computers with bots and drones. Internet hackers, email jackers, plus nosy ass neighbors can play a big factor. Our life is a movie and everyone is the actor. Can you live privately and privacy is what matters?
Give me my privacy, I want my privacy. I need my privacy, give me my privacy. I need my privacy, I want my privacy. I need my privacy, give me my privacy.
Today I'm going chill on my lonely. I don't really want you all on me. I'ma call my girl later, dog, and I ain't tryna see the homies. I'ma just roll on my dolly. Probably smoke back to back and get a couple of Hennessy. I don't need nobody long as I'm feeling me. I finally get a break from taking shots at my enemies. Cause all to be killing me. I'm loving this energy. So please don't break up my vibe. I tell you when I'm done and I'm taking my time. I'm not trying to go, I'm staying inside. You can roll your eyeballs, I'm away at this time. Medication for the meditation. When I get by myself, I get in better space. They just want my peace of mind and I can't let them take it. I was on the verge for a while, now I'm dedicated. I just want my privacy.
Give me my privacy, I want my privacy. I need my privacy, give me my privacy. I need my privacy, I want my privacy. I need my privacy, give me my privacy.
Yeah, oh yeah. She's gonna ride. I'ma let her ride. She could be my wife. She could be my wife. Double back and make it flip on her. Yeah, you know I let on hips on you. Yeah, you don't wanna know I won't skip on you. Yeah, you the one, that's why I kiss on you. Hey, I know you the one, cause if I don't, then I be dumb. And your shit be wet and sticky, I ain't talking about no gum. She asked why I be rapping, tell the truth, girl, it's fun. I'm the type to get some money, spend that shit just like it's none. But tell me if you wanna ride. We can ride through the night, unless you tryna go inside, You know you a snack, I take a bite, She's gonna ride. I'ma let her ride. She could be my wife. She could be my wife. Double back and make it flip on her. Yeah, you know I let on hips on you. Yeah, you the one, know I won't skip on you. Yeah, you the one, that's why I kiss on you. Hey, everything I say is so mental, not accidental. Think it's all inside my jeans like it's denim, I'm about to kill him. He gon' keep on doing drugs if he feel like it's gon' hit him. He gon' stay with all the thugs if he feel like they gon' get him. We was out that late night popping up, that's a walker. I remember late nights, whole block, they was all up. Every time they got some trouble, all them niggas, they gon' call us. They don't fuck with broke niggas, only fuck around with the ballers. Ride. I'ma let her ride. She could be my wife. She could be my wife. Double back and make it flip. Yeah, you know I let them hips on you. Yeah, you the one, know I won't skip on you. Yeah, you the one, that's why I kiss on you. Yeah, you the one, that's why I kiss on you. I just wanna ride. She just wanna ride. Yeah.
Can you feel that music? Can you feel that beat? Can you feel it? Can you feel the music? Can you feel the beat? Yeah. Let the music cruise through your body till it reaches your feet. Yeah. When I was a young girl, my mother told me, she said you gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. She said, when one door closes, another door opens. You gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. She told me, she said, there's nothing too hard for you if you believe. You gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. Oh, can you feel that music, that hanky beat? Let the music cruise through your body till it reaches your feet. Yeah. When one door closes, another door opens. You gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. Listen, y'all. They used to tell me, they said, Patricia, you won't succeed. They said that music thing, you won't succeed. But I didn't listen. You know why? There's nothing too hard for you if you believe. You gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. Oh, and don't let no one stop your dreams, baby. Just keep on walking, keep on believing, and have faith. Hey, hey, woo! Can you feel my music, that hanky beat? Let my music cruise through your body till it reaches your feet. God coming with a message that's just for you. He said, have faith in your dreams, and they'll come true. Have faith in your vision. Have faith in your dreams. On the Move Unscripted with Patricia M, Goins and Brian Love. And you just heard my song, Open Doors. I actually just released that song like about a week ago, and it's doing really good. Like, I'm getting a lot of love from it. You know, a lot of people are inspired by it, encouraged by it. You know, I'm really excited about, you know, I'm excited about releasing it. It's actually been out, but I never did a music video for it. So, you know, I'm feeling kind of excited about it. Yeah.
That's what's up.
But anyway, yeah, I'm excited. Like, nobody understands the story of that. So when I was in Chicago, I actually went to the beat to the Blue Note, and I had a stepper DJ named Ice Mike Bell who actually threw the event for me, and it was awesome. It was amazing. But the cameraman, I don't know what was wrong with the cameraman. The cameraman was on drugs. Like, I got him off of Craigslist somewhere, something, and I didn't know. I should have did a drug test. I should have did a criminal background check. I should have did all that before I hired him. So when he came, he was high when he came to the event. I knew he was high. I could tell he was high. His nose was dripping like he just did a whole line of something. But I couldn't like cancel him, and he wasn't so high that he was like not able to function. He was able to talk correctly, but I just knew something was wrong with him. So anyway, I get to the event. The brother, I guess whatever he had taken before he got in that car must have really kicked in, because he, like, while he was doing some of the footage, you would hear him talking to somebody. His lover called him, because I think he was, you know, I don't know if he was a gay lover, or I don't know who it was, but whoever he called, or whoever called him, he was just, you could hear him in the middle of my video shoot saying, "Hey, baby, you know, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do this video, baby. I'm gonna call you back." In the middle of me performing Superwoman on stage. And then he was walking around with his camera, and he was getting like our legs instead of our face. It was just horrible. And then at the end, he tried to steal my footage. I don't know if he was sent to sabotage me, or if he just was really crazy as hell. I don't know what it was. So it took me all this time to be able to, once I decided to release it, to try to piece together what I could to make a video. So, you know, and that night, I wasn't even going to perform that song, but I ended up doing it anyway, and, you know, so, yeah. That's the story behind that. Yeah. It was.
You know who
he was trying to sabotage.
You know who I met? Huh? I said, do you know who I met?
Who?
Do you know who I met?
Who?
I miss Crack. I'm sorry. I miss Crackhead. You know what I mean? They were the best salesmen. They were the best salesmen of all time. I could get my whole apartment furnished and clean for $80, and would have talked them down to $70. That's why you miss Crackhead. They were the best salesmen of all time, man. Who could outsell a crackhead? Who could outsell a crackhead?
Huh?
Who could outsell a crackhead? Nobody.
A heroin addict?
Nobody.
I don't know. But now the kids are on pills. You know that, right? Like, this pill thing is serious. Like, I don't know if people really understand that these kids are really taking these freaking pills. Like, they're thinking about it. Back in our days, it might have been weed. Back in our day, they was like, say no to drugs, say no to crack, all that kind of stuff. But now it's pills. These kids are really, I don't even know how they're getting it. Like, how are they getting these prescription medications? How are they getting this stuff? How are they getting these pills? Where are these pills coming from? It's like, pills are a big thing for this generation right here, and that's just scary.
No, they're not.
Pills.
They're not on. The kids today is not on pills. They're on whatever. Whatever you can come up with, they need to get high. They're on everything.
No, but pills is a big. Pills is a big
not
thing.
Just pills. Not just pills. Everything.
I'm not saying it's just pills.
Like, these kids
I'm not
will
saying
get anything.
just pills, but pills are a big thing right now. Like, the kids are. Like, even the ones you think, listen, listen, beloved. Listen to me. Even the ones that you think are not doing anything, the little innocent ones, the little quiet ones, that they don't never seem like they get in no trouble. You better watch their asses because I'm telling you, pill thing is serious. They're taking these pills. I'll be even talking to my kids like, y'all don't be taking pills. They think about it in their music. You know, there's some perk set. These kids are really doing this pill stuff. I don't even know how they get this.
I think maybe 6 or 7 years ago, they were smoking bed bugs. These kids do anything. What? Then they did smoking bed bugs. What's it in the thought with the thought?
Where you hear that from?
Well,
that don't even sound. They were smoking.
It's the truth.
Bed bugs. We talking about BED.
Bed bugs. Bed bugs in your bed. Bed bugs. They were smoking bed bugs.
How did they catch them? How did they catch them?
I don't know. I'm just saying this shit was out 6 or 7 years ago. Then they was doing the salt shit. Salt bags you put in the with furniture, put the furniture and shit. They were smoking that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying these kids today, anything and everything. It's sad. It's off the chain. You know what I mean? They don't. You know, they be like, they be in the living room, be like, hold on, don't your dad got some athlete foot spray? You know what I mean? We can spray that shit on the cigarette and get high.
I don't know. I just think that it's a serious thing. It's serious, beloved. These kids is crazy.
It is serious. I'm just saying. It's not just the pills, though. That's what I'm trying to say and make a point. Make a joke about it. But it's not just the pills.
Well, because they sniffing. Yeah, I don't know what they don't want to be in this reality. They don't know what it is. You know what? And think about it though.
It's like getting high. It's just really just like people like getting high. People in America like getting high. That's all. It's high on something. They always got to get me high on something. You know, that's just America.
And why do people get high? Explain. Let's break down why people get high, D-Love. People get high because they want to escape something because they're stressed, anxiety in their everyday world, and they're trying to find out how to cope with it. So you take drugs to be able to cope with it. So kids are the same. Even though kids, may not voice it, but kids are the same. They have to find a way to cope with what's going on. This stuff with the racism and all that kind of stuff is affecting the kids too, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So they're doing it to try to figure out how to cope with.
But the majority get high because it's a party type thing. It's a fun type thing to them. You know what I mean? Not everybody got that the issues and shit to do it to get escape. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about.
That's right. I believe. They might do it at the party, they might do it at the club. But if you catch them sober and you put them in the room and you talk to them, they're going to be talking about some jacked up, crazy stuff they got going on, and they take that stuff so they can relax, just relax, so they don't have to think about what's going on. The kids do it. I'm telling you, it's just big. So make sure I talk to my kids. Make sure you talk to your kids. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to do it around you. Most of the time. Sometimes. Unless you want to talk to parents. Huh?
Hell no, they don't do it around me. I don't advise that.
Because you're one of parents. You're one of parents that you would rather them do it somewhere else and not in your presence.
No,
if they're going to do it, you want them to do it somewhere else and not in your presence. No, you don't want them to do it at all. But if you know they're doing it, you'd rather them do it somewhere else and not in your presence.
You asked me, well, I said I wasn't not do it. You said you wasn't doing it at home. So I wasn't not do it at all. And I ain't naive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These people out here ain't doing it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. At the crib, why would I want them to do it at the crib? Why want them to do it outside? I want to do it at all. But I ain't denying that all these kids out here doing it, just trying to have fun doing this crazy ass drug. That's just crazy.
I know. I think that a lot of parents, especially the ones who think, "Oh, my child would never do nothing like that," My child is a straight A student, and my child does this, and my child is that, and that, and the other. You don't even know what your child is doing when they're not in your presence. When they come home, they can be their perfect little angel, and they ain't doing nothing wrong. Nothing. That's how these girls become pregnant. The parents don't think they're doing nothing, and they come home hiding that pregnancy, and then next thing you know, you hear about that child, that baby that's born is in the back, in the garage, in somebody's trash can some daggone where, because nobody ever thought that they would ever do anything like that. They would ever step back into reality. These kids are doing stuff. Especially the ones that you think would never do nothing. So it needs to be a big campaign. During this time when we're going through this stuff with the coronavirus and all that stuff, we need to really be making sure, rioting and all this stuff that's going on in our world that the adults are dealing with. We need to definitely, pay close attention to our kids at this time.
I told my son the other day, I was like, look, don't do no drugs. Drugs, it mess up your life, and it's not good for you. Don't do no drugs, son. That's not good for you. And I said, but anyway, do you think your deal is free tonight?
Why you rolling a joint? Why you rolling a blunt? Right, okay. All right. All right, it's crazy though. It's just like,
right.
Seriously, beloved, this is not. Do you ever worry about if a civil war was to break out in America? I worry about the kids. I really do. I worry about the kids. I worry about the kids. I worry about their future, their tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because it's serious. When I seen those black militants walking around, with those rifles, and then when I hear about what they call suicide, but I'm like, I don't believe it's no freaking suicide because I know black people is not about to be hanged. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that. It's too much happening. People getting hung in trees, and they keep saying, oh, it's suicide. Everybody trying to kill themselves. Black people, only black people. I ain't seen no white people hanging from a tree yet. I only see minorities. I don't. With all that going on, it makes you fearful of tomorrow for our kids. It's so unfair to our children. And I'm walking around having to put on a mask like I'm in a third world country. This is crazy.
I am clapping because you didn't say Caucasian. You said white people. I said, oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh. Here you go. What difference do it make?
But anyway, you just gotta always gotta give your kids the knowledge and the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And pray like they don't ever get in that situation. But this shit is out here and this shit is real. You know what I mean? And there's not gonna be no civil war. You know what I mean? But
I don't. Let me tell you something, beloved.
How to be? Let me say something. I wasn't finished. I'm sorry. I wasn't finished. But this whole what's the difference from this generation, this young generation, and my young generation, is that the reason why there won't never be a civil war because the young generation, no matter what race, is all together. You know what I'm saying? They are just down for one another, and that's how I believe why it would never be a civil war. There will always be racism, but it will never be a civil war. We battling each other race because this young generation takes in everybody, no matter what gender, race, whatever. They take it in. They this political incorrect. This shit is real. They started that shit. I mean, they don't talk about nobody. Everybody's for everybody. That's this generation. That's why I don't feel there'd be no civil war when no war is gonna jump off.
Okay, so you're talking about this generation who they're joining together and they're saying they're fighting against it and all that kind of stuff. You're talking about that generation, right? But what about the older
I'm talking about
generation?
you see the protesting out there.
These people that are out here. These people that are out here, beloved, that are killing minorities. Like, what do you say? If something doesn't happen, minorities, African Americans, they're not going to keep tolerating that, and there's going to be a war on home turf if things don't change.
It's not going to be a war on home turf. It's not.
Why do you think
it's not?
Why would you say that? Well, so what would have to happen for it not to be? Because from what I can see right now, what's going on, yes, there will be. Because if they don't change, and if things don't change, if Trump do another 4 years and it continues on this path that we're on right now, yes, it will be. Yes, it will be. Yeah. I'm not saying it's too late for us to change, but if they don't change, yeah, and it'll be worse than any civil war before.
Are you still asking me the question, or you done asking me the question?
I'm sorry.
Are you asking me the question? Huh?
Okay, I'm asking you the question.
All right. Now, I'm saying the reason why there ain't gonna be no civil war, first of all, the military ain't. I mean, that's the Americans would be fucking. There'd be more deaths than all because the military would dump in. That's one. Two, it's not because of just young generation. If you see the protests and how all them coaches and everybody together, as the young generation that is, you know what I'm saying? And then the two, how they live and how stand talk to them. Everybody's involved in shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't think the war inside this country now. Now, a battle with the police department and the community that may come about if the laws don't get changed. But that's what that's why I don't think there's a civil war, because people is coming together. The young generation is, and doing all this walking, doing all this yelling, doing all this shouting. That's why I don't think that's the war. Is going to jump off. That is my
okay. Is it my turn now? Is it my turn now?
No, but first of all, did you understand? Did you understand what I was saying? You get what I was saying. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. You feel like it's not going to, it will never get to that point because you feel like, for one, the military will not allow it to get to that point, and for you got the young generation that's sticking together, so it's not going to get to that point. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. Okay.
And
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would normally agree with you, and I would say you're right, except for this is a whole new species of people, and even though there is the military, there was the military back in Civil War before. There was military there. They're soldiers.
Civil War was military.
Came in.
PG.
What you won't never let me get my point out. You're not letting me get my point out because you come back. Because let me get my point out.
But you said a fact. You said a fact that was. I'm just correcting the fact. That's all it was. The Civil War was military, both sides military. I'm talking about military. You said military on the American turf. I'm just saying Civil War was both military. It was all military. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, when you look at these races, when you look at the KKK, these white supremacist groups, these MAGA people who they need to make America great again, when you deal with these racist people, these hateful people, these people who got hate in their heart, I'm not talking about, and the ones who grew up in households like that who still believe in that hatred type stuff, when you got those kind of people, and then on the flip side, you have black people who are tired, who are saying, I'm done. Like, I'm ready. They walked up on that hill. If there had been KKK waiting on that hill for them, it'd have been a battle right then. They walked up there ready. They walked up there like, y'all put out threats that y'all going to start shooting black people. So at 8 o'clock, y'all was going to start shooting black people. I guess that's what they were saying. So that at 8:05, we're going to start shooting. Like, it was real. Like, that would have happened if that had happened. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. If they don't if they don't get this administration that's in there out of office and figure out how they're going to restore peace in this land and get stuff back on point and stop whatever plans, whatever is going on, if they don't stop it, yes, it will be, C-Love. I'm sorry. I don't care. It will be. It's literally, we are literally on the verge of it. It's like so close to it right now. It's not even funny because it's tension on both sides.
Who's this fight and war you talking about, though? The American people against the American people? Who's this fight you talking about? First of all, what fight? What war side
so it'll be American people against American people. No, it ain't even like that. It's racist. It's racist against racist. That's what it is. Yeah, they all American people, but it's race against race. And if the government, we still got this particular government here. You still got Trump. We're talking about Trump and all his people and whatever, all the people that's following him who, it's just crazy. There is so much freaking hatred right now, and the atmosphere is crazy. It's just,
there's mixed babies around the world. How's it going to be a war?
Huh?
It can't. It's not. So you said race against race, you're talking white and black?
Basically, that's what's going on. I mean, that's basically what's going on right now. It's racist. It's not even white. It's not even white against black. It's racist against African Americans. That's really what it is. It's not, because there are a lot of people, white people, Mexicans, all different kind of races who have nothing but love in their heart, and they don't care nothing about no racist type stuff. It's racist against African Americans. That's what it is. Or racist against minorities. Racist against blacks. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So racist Americans against black Americans.
Other races against black African Americans. Like the Mexicans, the Latinos. You talking about other races against African Americans. You talking about the Mexicans, the Asians, the white folks, the Indians. You talking about like that? All the races against African Americans? Is that what you're saying?
No. No. Well, it's white race. I guess that's the only thing I really see. I don't really see, but then again, it might be other minorities. I don't really know. I just know it seems like everybody's picking on the black people right now. That's how I feel.
What do you see? I'm saying, what do you
see?
The
Indians, so the blacks and the Indians. We got it hard right now. The Mexicans, they let y'all go because he right now he's got to walk over on himself. He ain't worried about y'all right now.
I'm talking about the war. I'm asking you about the war. I'm asking you what war you see happening, because I'm saying there will never be one. I'm just not going to be one in America. I'm saying, what war do you say you stand? So the Indians against black African Americans? What war do you see? Huh?
What are we fighting right now? Okay, so police, but all races are not policemen. So you can't say police against the Americans, because not all racist people, the KKK, not all of them is police officers. Not all white supremacist people are police officers. Not all skinhead people are police officers. But these people are doing stuff. And then
the white race.
Wait a minute. When these police officers, when these police officers who get fired for doing these cool stuff to these people, where are they going? Where are they going? Are they still out there? They feeling they changed and they angry now. Where are they going?
Okay, so I'm on the subject of, you said there's going to be a war in America with America versus America. I'm saying
if things don't change.
So my question is, so you saying the white folks against the black folks? That war going to happen? You saying that? I'm asking.
I'm saying racist. Period. Racist.
Racist
people.
What?
Racist people who are
racist
angry.
People?
Who are angry.
Racist people are going to fight who? That's the.
Oh my
racist people don't like to come out. Racist people don't like to come out the closet, so it can't be them. I'm saying you said because you said that there's going to be a race war inside America. I'm saying who? What race war? Because I'm saying because you said because I disagree. Remember I said there's not going to be one. You said there is. So I was asking you to be this reason why.
If things don't change.
If they don't what?
You want to know who's going to be the soldiers? You want to know who's going to be on each side? That's what you trying to ask.
Who's fighting?
KKK. Well, okay, so KKK supremacists, skinheads, people who have so much hatred in their heart that they want to see black people dead. I'm talking about them. Against, African Americans or people of minorities that they hate. So I don't know who the people are. They may be police officers, they might be white, they might be green. I don't know. I don't think it's about the color. I think it's about the hatred on their heart.
Okay, so I'm saying to all that, this is the reason why I'm saying to all this is why I said the reason I was trying to get to where you was at. But anyway, the young generation, talking about young generation, we talking white, black, Asian, Latino, all this whole young generation ain't gonna allow that shit to happen because they all for everybody should have some justice. Everybody got justice. That's how they see it. You see the protesters. You see how they live. If you sit and talk to them, you know what I mean. Two, it can't be a race. It won't be a race war because I'm making a joke, but there's so many interracial families out there. You know what I mean? So how that shit gonna jump out? You know what I mean? So I'm saying that's why I don't see a war. But the fight, the battle will be, I believe, if they don't change the laws, it will be the police and the community. The community. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna, that's gonna be the scary battle of all, though. Is that? That's my belief. I'm just saying. I was trying to find out where you was trying to say because there's gonna be a war in America. I can't see that with this young generation so strong or standing strong.
That's what would make it be because they are not going to tolerate it. Like, I just feel like we got to change the administration. Well, this administration has to change. I just think someone, and I don't know how true it is, but they said that Trump's father was in the KKK. I don't know if he was or not. I don't know. But if he was, then that means he grew up in that environment, which means that he may have some of them kind of same thoughts maybe as his father. It's not guaranteed because there are a lot of people, children that you hear now that speak out to their parents and schooling them on what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I just feel like right now, there's so much hatred going on. It's so horrible. I think the worst thing they could have done was America was already on a very shaky ground with Obama because, everything was under the cover. Racism was under the cover. Prejudice was under the cover. It was there, always there, but it was under cover. That's why I said my childhood was more peaceful because it was under the cover. When Obama decided that he was going to run for president, when an African American decided I want to be president, that's when the problem started. When he started on that campaign, that was the beginning of people like, oh no, and so that it started on the rise. The worst thing they could have done while it was still shaky like that was to put in somebody like Trump, who his whole thing is MAGA, make America great again. What are you talking about? Let's put up a wall. Let's this. And he's talking about minorities and everybody. The people he didn't care. It's the worst thing he could have done was hit that energy in the White House when it was already on shaky ground. We can't do another 4 years of him. If we do another 4 years of him, I don't care what you say. It will end up being war. Yeah. Huh?
He's all over. You was all over, but I'll go back to the bomb.
I'm not all over it. You don't understand the line.
I'm gonna go back to the Obama talk when you said about Obama. It was under the rug. No, it was still in our face, and the reason why I say that, Trayvon Martin is the case. You know what I mean? It was still in our face. Racism was still there, even in the Obama days. You know what I mean? They're still killing us. They were still doing harm to us. You know what I mean? Even during Obama days, he had to struggle with that. That was one of his. He said that was race issues. Was one of his struggles through that as president.
That's because people start videotaping it and capturing it. That's why. It was always under the rug. It was always when we had Rodney King. Rodney King was way before Obama. But the thing is, nobody was capturing it on film. During Obama's term, they started capturing it. People started getting footage of it. So it became even more higher because people was actually being able to see it. Yeah, it's been going on. It's been under the cover. I said it's been under the cover. But the video, modern technology allowed people to start catching this stuff. It started being captured during Obama's 8 years. So it was, like I said, the country was already on very shaky ground. But then to top that by putting somebody who brought a bunch of confusion and hatred and all that kind of stuff into our world, it's like, look at the world. The very confusion and chaos that followed him from state to state during his campaign. I'm talking about some of this point. The very confusion followed him from every freaking city he went to when he was trying to campaign to be president. Now it's all over the world. Like it's like that same energy I'm covering the whole freaking United States. That same energy that was following him from place to from city to city. You see it. You would look on TV and see it. You know what I'm saying? We can't do it. We cannot handle another 4 years of him. The country cannot. Not. If another 4 years of this energy, and yes, I don't care what you say, I don't believe you. It will be a civil war right here on our turf. Either that or something else. Because there's something about this administration right here that's completely freaking evil to me. Evil about it.
You keep saying civil war. Who's fighting in this war? You saying? You keep saying that.
I'm gonna let it go because you're obviously not on the same. You ain't on the same page.
You keep saying.
You're not on the same page.
You keep saying there's a civil war about to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, who's this war
I'm
you
saying
talking
if
about?
things don't change.
I thought we cleared that.
First of all, make sure when you say that, make sure you put at the end of that, if things don't change, because I'm saying that too. I'm saying there will be a civil war if things do not change, if they continue to go down this pattern. We're hearing stories of people getting hung, people hanging from trees and stuff. We're seeing stuff on the media where they're making threats and all kind of stuff. You got the black militants walking down the street with guns. You got people giving warnings and this and the other. Come on, beloved, I know you ain't blind.
Okay, so my question is this then. That is going on. Yes, that happened in the 50s, also in the 50s and the 70s. Yes, that's going on. So my question is, if they don't change what? They've been trying to change this fucking year. So if this is not going to be changed, who is going to be fighting? That's my point. You keep saying civil war. Who's going to be fighting? They don't change. And what don't change? If the systems don't change, who's going to be fighting? And this war you see.
Doesn't change?
The civil war.
It's going to be the young people, the generation, the people the people who don't believe in racism, the people who don't believe in the people who are. Then you got to understand this. The people who don't believe in the racism and the hatred and stuff are going to be fighting against the ones who do. That's what I'm saying. But and not only that, but our country is already.
My question is
our country is already emotionally weakened. So it's not like the 60s.
Okay.
Now we got this coronavirus type stuff that's going around. You got people not trusting the government. You got racist riots. We are so freaking fragile right now. We cannot handle another 4 years of the same energy.
Racist people fight other non-racist people. So the war, racist people not fighting non-racist. Racist people, the war going to be racist people fighting non-racist people. Really? Huh? Is that what you're saying?
All right, B-Love. I'm not, because you're not understanding.
I'm saying.
I'm not.
This is a good.
No, because you laugh and you think you don't understand what I'm saying.
Because the simple fact. This is what I'm saying. And I'm sorry. When you tell your theory on that, you always end it with some. If they don't change, the civil war going to jump off. So I'm just asking you. What's this civil war? Who was this fighting? Because that can't. And I think racist.
Why don't you ask what needs to change? Why are you only asking who's going to fight?
I know what needs to change. I know what needs to change. I know what needs to change, and that's the police laws. The police laws that needs to change. No, don't change policemen. That ain't doing shit. Change the police laws. The laws that stop smoking us and stop protecting the ones that kill us. Huh?
Beloved. So did you
go ahead?
Have you been watching and the media and stuff and seeing these people jumping out of their cars pointing guns? These are not police officers that are doing that.
Every day I watch the news. Every day I watch the news. Every day I read the news.
Okay.
I watch it, so I know. So go ahead.
Okay, so you have been hearing about the stories of these people just coming out being racist. The family that was in their car, and these people tried to stop them and was doing racist stuff. The woman who jumped out of the car had a gun pointed at the woman and her daughter because there was something about the parking lot. So those were not police officers, beloved. That wasn't police officers, baby. That was not who that was. Those were regular, everyday, racist, angry people.
That's what I said earlier. That's what I said earlier. That's what I said earlier about the lady in the parking lot at Chipotle. The lady put a gun on a black mom and a daughter. They got the freedom to think like that, freedom to act like that.
So
pull a gun at any time because they fear their life. Yes. What are you saying? I know that. I know that this is going on.
Okay.
This has been going on since the 80s.
All right.
This is going on in the 70s.
Okay, hold on for a second. Derek Harris says the hearts must change. So, Derek, can you call in? Because B-Love ain't hearing me by herself. So, can you call in? The number is 516, Derek, if you're still on. 516, because I want to hear your voice. I want to hear the voice. Fear is the primary driver of these crazy actions. So, Derek, can you call in, please? The number is 516. I'm
He'll call in.
516. I'm going to put this number right here. Derek, call
that's
in.
my dude.
516. Huh? 516.
I'm saying
387. I want Derek to call in. 516. He's on my Facebook Live, and I need to call him. 317. 387. Did I put an 8 right there? 387. 1, 2, 4, 7.
What do you want Derek to confirm, though?
If the thing doesn't let you call, hold on, love. If it doesn't let you call in, Derek, it might be busy. So try to call back in. Please call in, because I need to. B-Love's not understanding what I'm saying. You're not hearing me.
I am. You talking about this racist shit that's been going on for years. Okay? We know that. White folks are pulling, do that. I'm saying you keep saying there's going to be a war in America if they don't change the war. I'm saying who's going to be fighting who? That's my whole question. I'm asking you, who will be fighting who?
I'm trying to
I get what
why
you're saying.
You asking me who?
Because you said there's going to be a war in America, civil war in America. You keep saying that at the end of your theory. You keep saying there's going to be a civil war and there's going to be a war in America if they don't change the system. I said, okay, cool. I got you. Now my question is, who's in this war? What war is this going to be on American turf? Who's going to be fighting who? I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, so maybe Derek, is that you, Derek?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Derek, fine yourself. How you doing? I'm sorry, I had to bring this back up. Cause B-Love ain't here.
What's up, B-Love?
What's up?
What's up, Brian?
Who this?
How you doing, bro? This is Derek.
Derek, okay. What up, Derek?
So what was the question?
So he's asking me, okay, I'm telling him, I'm saying if things don't change, if this energy that we have going on right now in America does not change, we're going to have another civil war on our hands. And B-Love keeps asking me who. And I don't understand why he keeps asking me who.
I'm saying who, and Derek, here, check this out. I'm asking her who is in this civil war. Who's in this war she's talking about? That's my whole question.
Well,
saying
it's real. The war really is we're warring within ourselves. I mean, that's where the war truly is. Everything else you're saying,
exactly.
Listen, everything else you're saying is just a manifestation of something else that's driving that. Even racism is not the primary emotion. It's something else that's driving that. For white people, it's not racism, it's fear. Racism is just manifested, physically. But fear is what their big issue is. It's fear. They fear.
So the question is, what are they afraid
a brown
of?
country. What's that? Listen, they're fearing that the power structure that they've had for 401 years since 1619, the first slave was sold at Jamestown in Virginia. That 401 years, now they won't have that power and control like they've had. We all know, so that's what they've been fearing. So any change to them means a change in their whole system of something that they've really sat on this for 401 years. They've sat on that. They've allowed that to happen. They wanted it to happen. Slavery, everything else. And a lot of what has happened to us over those years has been just the opposite. But it's enveloped in the system that's already in place. It's embedded in the fabric of our nation. Is racism and oppression. And that's what they've been doing for this whole time. And now they fear that because they feel they're losing all of those ideologies that they've had controlled, the country.
Years.
I mean, for a long time. And so you got to understand, for people who have run things for so long, now that looks like it's flipping upside down, they're going to fight and try to defend that way of life, from the Confederate flag to everything else.
Exactly. But Derek, let me ask you this. So, if the system doesn't change, like you're saying, like should, who would be inside America? Who would be fighting?
Well, that's just it. I mean, the fights will continue to go on in different groups. I mean, think about it. You got people fighting for monuments. You got people fighting to keep the Confederate flag, which a lot of states are taking it down. They're turning this thing upside down, and they're doing it quickly. When there's issues of race that is happening, companies are acting very quickly. And one of the reasons why is because there's a lot of white involvement with black folk to make change, to really combat the racism head on. And before we didn't have that kind of support, unless you look at Martin Luther King and that time period in the 50s and in the 60s through the protests and the marches and the boycott and things of that nature. Jewish Americans walked hand in hand with black folk. White Americans were walking hand in hand with black folk, but not in the numbers that we've seen recently after George Floyd. So because of that, there's a lot of fear because a lot of whites are saying, and it has a lot to do with how diverse our country is and the relationships that people have in different groups, whites, blacks, Asian, Hispanic, Latino, and so on. They're all friends. They're all connected. They do things together. They don't look at race that way. So, so because of that, they see George Floyd, who's killed in front of everybody's living room on the planet. They're watching this man die, and you got white folks saying that he represents my friend. My friend looks like that guy. I'm outraged. Okay, so you got a nation and a world that's saying this ain't right, and this has been happening in this country for a long time. We need to stand up to this. Now, I don't agree with defunding the police. I think that's a bad move. I do, because you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You're throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
But you do agree that it's the young generation, like with all you said, all those races together, is standing up.
Yeah, but I don't agree with defunding the police. That's a bad move.
Yeah.
What you do is you change the system of the police. You retrain them. You retrain them so that they're objective. You don't allow the white supremacists to infiltrate. You do the right things to keep those kind of people out. Of the system. I mean, you would never let a person who had child pornography tendencies, and had those kind of issues, with represent themselves with children. You would never let them become teachers, okay? And if you found one, that person's out, and then they're in jail forever, right? But you allow white supremacists to come in the police departments and get positions and jobs and things like that, and infiltrate it, and then destroy, black neighborhoods through brutality and everything like that. No.
So the beef that me and B Love is having is B Love is. So what you're saying is right. That's what needs to happen, and I understand what B Love is saying. These young people are not going for it. But what I'm saying is, if the energy that is going on right now, the way it is right now, with these, like for instance, you hear about these shootings, and everybody's assuming that it is gangs, but you don't know, because I don't know a whole bunch of gang members who have a pickup truck in the South. So, in one of those trucks that we saw that was shooting that day, the same day that Wendy's caught on fire in Atlanta, there was a shooting across the way, and it was a pickup truck, and some people said it was not African Americans in that truck. So what I'm
right.
saying is, if the energy in this country does not change, if we don't start doing something, the love, the heart, the mind, whatever, the racist people, because B-Love is asking me who, and I'm saying the racist people, the people who have hatred in their heart, the people who do not like Black Americans, who do not want things to change. Those people will be the ones that will fight against the younger people who do want change. And that will happen on home turf if this energy doesn't change.
Well, we know that it's a spirit of dissension and chaos and anarchy, right now on this country. There is. And our connection. What's that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm saying as far as the race out here.
I'm saying there's a spirit of anarchy. Okay, period. There's a spirit of chaos. There's chaos that's permeating this country right now, and it's going to require a lot of. I truly believe that it's a heart change. I really do, and sometimes it requires us to do some things that we didn't do in the past. If we were violent in the past, then we need to walk, humbly right now as a collective. But it's got to be driven by love. It can't be driven by hate. I mean, that's what Martin Luther King was trying to say. Some people disagree.
Right.
But they have the right to disagree with that. But you can never overturn with violence. You just can't. It just and historically it never. You can't do that. What you do is you get a large groups of people who really honor, respect each other, love each other, and they're the ones who can impact change. They can legislate it. They can impact it. They can become the leaders of tomorrow, and legislate those things as well. Just like some of that hate has been legislated, you can legislate equity, not equality. We're not trying to be equal. Okay? We want equity. And there's a difference between equality and equity. Black folk ain't trying to be equal. There's nothing that, nobody is equal to somebody else. You may have talent that somebody else doesn't have. Everybody's different when it comes to respect to that. Equity is different. Equity means that you're given what you need to match up to everything else. It doesn't mean that everybody's given the same things. Listen, we started the race late. White folks were running that race for a long time. Okay, we've been behind them for a long time. We're not going to be able to catch up unless we're given what is needed to have equity, so that we all match and have the same opportunities. Not throwing our applications in the circular file, things of that nature. Okay, we want an opportunity to really get it in.
This. Do y'all feel that we as African Americans should receive some type of money, land, free education,
Okay, and here's my thing. I mean, it's difficult for us being behind. I get that piece of it, but I believe that we can make strides if we were given opportunities, not free things, but given opportunities to really match up. I mean, think about
never get some reparations.
What's that?
We ain't never get some reparations. Go ahead.
I don't believe that we will, and maybe I don't know if we should. I believe that the opportunities when they listen in every area and aspect of this country, racism exists. It's embedded in the systems. When you look at the educational system, you look at home ownership. When you look at the financial institutions, when you look at our government, let's go to all the industries we look at. And the systems are systemically designed to, even the penal system, the justice system, it's designed to denigrate us and to pull us and put us in a position being underneath. And that's when we start looking at that and changing that. It was set up that way. Restrictive covenants and things of that nature. I mean, using highways in order to separate black folk from white folk, gentrification. Financial institutions, the penal system, even after the Civil War. Who reconstructed the South? It was those African-American men who were in prison for the sole purpose of rebuilding the South for free. They privatized prisons at that, and now look at it. They put profit to prisons, and they targeted black folk. New York police officers have already said that. Ex-officers said that their sole purpose was to make sure that they stopped and arrested any black folk that they could. Okay, that was the law of the day. So it's already embedded in our system. So if we can reverse that and give us the opportunities that we should have had in the first place, we're almost always overqualified for jobs. Why is that? Yes, we make a nickel to the dollar that white men and women make. Come on now. That's not right.
They always say here, they always say here's a broom in a uniform. They always say right.
If companies need to understand that diversity is important, and a lot of companies do know that diversity is extremely important to the bottom line, because they need to mirror their customer base. They need to mirror that, and so in their company itself, they should be mirroring their customer base. And we're part of their customer base, so they should be mirroring that. We make up 11 and something % of the population in the country. Yet we make up 1 and 2% of less than 1% of executives in these companies. Why is that? Why can companies make jacked up commercials and then come back and say we apologize? I mean, if you had African Americans and black folk of influence in those powerful positions, it never gets past a memo. It doesn't even get to their desk because somebody is squashing that thing from the beginning.
Well, I will say this. I agree with what you're saying, that hate can never conquer hate. Only love can conquer hate, and that, like you said, we need more people with love in their heart to change things. That's what needs to happen. But you cannot ignore the hate that is out there right now, and if the energy does not change, it's so, like, it's just this energy.
You have to believe.
Everybody needs to.
Right. But you have to truly believe that what you're doing. But you have to truly believe that that other person who is hateful can be redeemed. I mean, they really can. They really can. You got to believe that, but you also have to be wise, and use wisdom. Yes, some people are going to yell things at you, and we understand how that makes us feel. Some words are trigger words. We get that. We know that. It's just how we react to that. Do we stay strong and do what we do, or do we allow that thing to make us lose our job or make us lose respect or whatever? I can't do what they do. I choose not to, because that has nothing to do with me. I'm moving forward, and I want to be a representation and an example of manhood, for my children, for somebody else's children, for my colleagues, so that I can move forward and be in a position to be able to say, I'm not hiring that guy, And I want to be able to make those kind of calls,
Derek, I have a question. So, speaking on trigger words, is redskin really a trigger word? Redskin?
No. Well, there are a lot of words that may not be a trigger word. So what's your point? There's words out there that may not be a trigger word.
He about to do a joke. He about to do a joke. You got to let him do the joke out. Get the joke out, B-Love.
I mean, that's it. Why they change the Washington Redskins thing? Is that really a trigger name?
What, Redskin?
Yeah, Washington Redskins. They're changing their name in America. They're changing the football team thing.
You think they should?
It's been for years. I just wonder how is it really a trigger word? That's what I'm asking.
So the New York Negroes would be okay if it had been the Negroes over the 60 years. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just bringing it up because we want people to walk empathetically. We want white folk to be empathetic to what we've gone through, and in order to show empathy, you have to be able to walk in another person's shoes, man and woman's shoes, right?
Right.
But then we don't want to walk in somebody else's shoes when it comes to how they're feeling. That's not right. You know, how Jewish Americans feel or how Native Americans feel. Are we walking in their shoes? You know?
Exactly. Okay.
So you know, we can't sit back there and sit in a seat of judgment about somebody else's, what the history they've done to us, and we can't look at the history that's been done to some others and say, well, you know, I mean, I love the Redskins, man. I love when Billy Kilmer and all them dudes was you know, and Riggins, and they won Super Bowls and all of that. And we don't look at what Native Americans, you know, and what they've lost, you know, over the years, and what they've gone through, and how they're saying, you know, enough is enough. You know, enough is enough, Cleveland Indians. Enough is enough, Atlanta Braves. Enough is enough, Washington Redskins. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
We got to be feeling what they're feeling. That's what empathy is. You feel what that other person's feeling. You may not have gone through it, but you feel. You may not have been involved in any way in any way at all with sexual harassment on the job, but some woman is feeling some kind of way, and you got to be able to feel what she's kind of feeling and going through, and support what they're feeling. You know.
Okay, so because we only have a few minutes left in
I'm
the
sorry,
show,
I didn't mean to take
but I
all
want
the
to ask
time
you
on
real
the show.
quick, Derek.
You know.
No, don't hang up yet, Derek, because I want to ask you a question. So, did you see? I'm switching the subject real quick in our last 7 minutes because I want to see from a male's perspective what you think. So, you saw the post out there about showing.
I know you about to bring that picture up.
About what?
What? I just want to see what his thought is. I just want to see.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You took PG. You took me seriously. You took it seriously. Something like that seriously.
Another man thing.
Dang! Are you serious? Are you serious?
I just want to hear what he's saying.
That picture 5 hours ago.
Y'all crazy.
Dang.
So
it was like me joking on a picture instead. Go ahead.
You don't never want to let me talk. Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Okay. So Derek, did you see the picture of the husband and the wife? They're in their wedding gown. She's in her wedding gown. He's in his suit. He got his pants down to his knees, and she's on her knees, and you know what's about to happen. And he's drinking a bottle of Hennessy. What is your thoughts about that picture?
Remember, they're getting married, and this is what happened, or
they've gotten married.
So they're married already. Okay.
That's his wife. He's newlyweds.
They're newlyweds. What's the significance of?
They're taking a picture.
You want to know my thoughts on that?
Right. Do you think that that's degrading the woman for her to be shown in a painting of her in that position as if they're about to be, you know, that's their honeymoon in the forest or something. I don't know.
Well, let me ask you a question. If the roles were reversed, is that degrading him?
No, I mean, I don't think it's degrading personally. I feel like
I'm just asking you: is that degrading? Is it degrading him?
No, they probably wouldn't have said that. They would have said, "Go ahead, brother." No, because none of y'all do can degrade y'all. That's how they look at men. Like niggas do.
So you know, there's really no answer to this question because to me, you know, it's personal between those two. You know, if we're looking in on that thing, something's wrong from the beginning. Okay, I'm just saying the fact that we could see that is an issue. If they're married, that's between a husband and a wife. Why is that made public? That's my point.
So
I'm just saying that's my point. I mean, I think that's why we are where we are in our society right now because everything has become public, and we've made it that way. We've made everything somebody else's viewpoint. Everybody can see exactly what is happening instead of making things specifically between two people that no one else can visually see and know what's happening. We share too much. We share too much.
Thank you.
If nobody's we share too much. We just do. We share too much. Some of the stuff that's happening nowadays has nothing to do with us. and we just want to slide ourselves into
you have
and
you have reality shows to thank for that. Thank the reality shows for that.
No. The reality shows came about because somebody had a need to know. Okay, those shows wouldn't have lasted a day if nobody wanted to know. People want to know what's happening with other people. They're nosy, and they spend more time trying to figure out what's happening with other people instead of working on getting it in for themselves, educating their children, making sure that that you can make it do what it do. You know, we're so involved with other people's life. We are. We don't spend the time that Listen, you want to get somewhere and you want to make you want to make it out to be what it's supposed to be. You want to find your purpose, right? And the success of you finding your purpose is predicated on what you do with your time. You feel me? What you do with your time.
I feel you,
and we spend a lot of our time. We spend a lot of our time watching other people. We just do. We're narcissistic in we want people to see it. We want them to see us. Instead of turning the mirror around. It's just the way it is. I'm just saying.
I feel you, bro. That's what's up. I appreciate
I'm
that.
Feeling in that picture. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay?
Right. You probably rolled your eyes and went right past that pose. I know you did not give a darn. But me and B-Love was looking at it. B-Love, see, you nosy.
I'm just saying.
I didn't look at you. You sent it to me. I didn't look at you. You sent it to me.
What you sent it? UPS?
Right.
You had to sign for it.
I had to sign for that.
You sign for that. Can you sign here, Mr. Johnson? No, okay, I got you.
Right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
But at least
I appreciate you.
Hey, at least you didn't have the picture upside down and backwards like Trump had the Bible that day.
Exactly.
Right.
He had never opened that thing.
Never will.
And never will too.
So, thank you so very much for calling in. I appreciate everybody.
I appreciate y'all. Love you guys.
Unscripted. I love you.
I'm in Florida still,
Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. This is going to cut off while y'all talking, and I don't want it to be in the middle of B-Love some joke. So, all right, we're going to see y'all next week. B-Love, you going to be at that spot tomorrow night, at the comedy spot?
Yes, indeed.
Get it in, brother.
Okay. So, you'll have to let us know where it's at. But anyway, you tuned into another episode of On Move Unscripted. We sure appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you come back again tomorrow night. We got a great show with me and Mr. Stout. So same time, same place, same channel. And if you want to hear me and B-Love, come back next Monday. Peace and love to y'all. And we're rolling out of here. See you, B-Love.
Peace, G.
See you, Derek.
Much love.
Peace out, y'all. Much love, Derek.
All right,
much love. Peace out, PG.
Much love.
All right.
For God's sake.